Alright guys, I'm back with another welder review. Got this little guy on Amazon, the YESWELDER Flux 135 Pro. I like the black matte look with a hint of red. Not bad looking, let's check it out. And here's gonna come my first complaint. Little note before I even took this thing apart. This little plastic piece that you put over the drive roll was already kind of loose, and I mean, it's pretty easy to work in and out, but this type of housing, I've seen it on a lot of like old school welders, and it's pretty bad. Like, it's annoying, it's old school, I just don't like it. So that's just one little note before I even take this thing apart. Moving on to the next process, which is taking out the case. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was doing this, I was pissed off. For being such a little machine, they made this really annoying to take out. Um, I don't know, it was completely unnecessary, and that already like left me with a bad feeling when it comes to engineering. These guys do not think about the techs, and I don't know, it's always been a pet peeve of mine. Like, why don't you make the shit easy to take out? They think their stuff is never gonna break or something, but I just couldn't get the last two screws. I kind of figured they were under the handle, but I didn't want to damage that little red plastic piece. So I was trying to work around it, and I even went underneath this thing, and I just ended up taking a bunch of unnecessary steps and ended up taking out that plastic piece off anyways, but just completely unnecessary. It's just maybe it's just me as a tech, when when they make things more complicated than they should be. And I didn't want to leave I sped up this video, or this part of the video, which was like 15 minutes just to take this thing apart, which is kind of crazy, and it's my first time doing it. So obviously I was thinking it through and taking things slowly, but here you go. Enjoy this part, because I for sure as hell didn't. Another thing I want to bring up is I'm gonna let my emotions be felt, um, but I'm never gonna tell you guys whether to buy something or not. I'm just gonna talk about the facts and my experience as a service tech, and that's all I want to do. Just give you guys as much knowledge as possible. That's my goal on this channel, and help each other out, because there's also things I don't know and would like to know. More about that later. Alright, story time with this YESWELDER Flux 135 Pro. I already mentioned the wire feed housing, which I don't love. This thing is only 110. So of course the price is going to be great for this thing. You can't beat that. A little bit about its output. For flux, at 100% duty cycle, you get 104 amps and 19.2 volts. For stick, you get a 100% duty cycle at 104 amps and 24 volts. And for TIG, at 100% duty cycle, you get 104 amps at 14 volts. So take that information and do with it what you want. This thing only weighs around 10 pounds. You get a 1-year warranty if it's directly through them. And Another thing that I found weird was how they put this board on there. I've never seen it to where the board is facing like this middle plate right here. Every machine that I've opened up, Miller, Lincoln, ESOB, Hypertherm, has this, like the board will always face out. And I don't know if that's like some kind of heating thing, or I couldn't really tell you. If somebody knows that, let me know. It'd be great information to have. And it's not to say that having the board face the other way doesn't come with its faults. I have seen, like, when I take these boards out, that back here it's arced because it somehow made contact with these, like, with those screws, you know, like say something like that. So it'd be interesting to know if anybody knows the reasoning of the way the board is facing. It just seems like these guys are behind the ball when it comes to engineering, to tell you the truth. Not much else to say about this thing. And I did see somebody complain about an error code. And if you get any kind of error with these, I mean, if one of the processes fails, then the whole thing is basically going to be junk. I have seen it where, like, say you can't stick weld, you still might be able to somehow flux weld or do like one of the other ones, but it's only a matter of time before the whole thing goes to shit, because it all gets done in that board, you know. That's why I'm not the hugest of fan when all those things get put in a board, especially one tiny little board. When you buy something cheap, you get cheap shit. Catch you guys later.